from Davis Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. Riddle gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the weeks will now all be settled on this field. Mississippi State about to put it away as we start the festivities. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. He's run out of bounds, but gets the ball across the 50 to the 49. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bama.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
The run inside. It's Hill. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Alabama quickly back to the line. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And talking to the coaches coming into this game, 3rd downs were going to be big, and this defense specifically. Could they match the physicality of this offense? And so far, that was a big no. And because they got it by a good bit. They've got to be able to establish themselves physically and dominate the line of scrimmage.
They go play action with Russell. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number and keep getting it higher. And
intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
And that's something you're always worried about. The first drive, it's a good play by the defense, but you're worried about your freshmen settling in a tough environment on the road, the crowd going bananas. Palmer, he makes the early mistake, and I look forward to watching this kid. How does he respond to some early adversity?
Yeah, he hasn't played in a lot of environments like this throughout his career. There's no question. So this is obviously a major challenge. If I'm the head coach now, I'm pulling him aside and I'm saying, hey, listen, interceptions are going to happen. Let's get that one out of the way now. Let's learn from it. Let's move forward. But as a play caller, you got to help this young quarterback out. Now, you have to run the ball. You got to find him some easy completions to get his confidence back.
Split backs here. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. That's caught. It's Cotton. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. DB's right up on the receivers. On third down, here's Bothwell. All they needed was a few inches, and the defense was not having it. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll run this play from the pistol. Looking for a gap. It's Hill. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Russell. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Russell on play action. Snagged in the middle. It's Jenkins. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. Rides the option. He keeps it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll test the right side. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. QB draw. Plows through the defense. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Mississippi State going up-tempo. Taylor wants to throw. He's got his man. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He's got great speed. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The offense changing the play. They'll move the wide receiver. They go play action with Russell. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Did the work himself. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking for room. It's Hill. Breaks into the open. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he's going to bring this one out. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
On 3rd down, here's Bothwell. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. The Bulldogs headed quickly to the line.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Oh, what a move. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. From the gun on third down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right.
Makes the grab in their space. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
They'll give it to Fluff. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Might have a chance. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. There he goes. Touchdown, Bulldog. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he tags on the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They think there's room to run to the right here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Keelan Russell takes the easy completion. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Russell on play action. Here's a heat. He's got him. Turns it on him and makes the catch, and he's free. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Going to the run, it's Hill. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, if you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Throwing Russell. Trying to set up the screen. Touchdown time! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Got enough for the first. The stiff arm, and now he's got room. Lots of running room. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and we saw it last week. This guy's got big playability. I mean, he can make those big plays, and now you see it again, man. Over 100 last week, looking to go over 100 this week, and this is why. You hand him the football, he makes enormous plays, chews up a ton of yards, and really catapults this offense.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gives it on the option. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Tight end now in motion. On third down, here's Bothwell. Quick spin on the run. Touchdown, Bama! Great job by the back on the option.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Russell. Got it behind the line. It's Rodgers. First guy never seems to get him as he finds his way out to the 19. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Firing to the right, complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part, probably the hardest too, getting him on the ground.
And they fail to hook up on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We begin with Louisville taking on the NC State Wolfpack.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Great job by the defense that time getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Taylor wants to throw. Get it out on the screen. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
There's some room. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
On the run, it's Hill. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Might be calling a hot route. Right back to the well. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They go play action with Russell. He'll pull it down. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Russell on play action. Skips away from pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out and goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell got his man. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. He might want another play. Again, it's Russell. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He will not get there as the defense stops him again.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's 4th and goal.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Trying to run it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Alabama!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, not much room to run. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. And the Bulldogs right after the huge play through the air back to the line.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Caught by Williams on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. The throw. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Taylor wants to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, they're
turning it on. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Mississippi State going up tempo.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving.
There's a crease. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it with Bothwell. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Got rid of it just in time. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. It's 3rd and goal, and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down.
You know, these goal line situations.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Wants to pass. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Coming out on 2nd down, trying to put this one away. Running inside. It's Hill. Looks like Alabama will pick up the 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Finding some room. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be...
Breaks into the open. Electrifying play. And, man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line. The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Oh, better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's got it again. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. On the run, it's Hill. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. They'll call a timeout. Play clock running short. It was down to 5 before the stoppage. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Mississippi State calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. It's good, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play. Taylor wants to throw. He's going to run it. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down. Mississippi State right back to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He will not pick up the 1st down, the desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. This offense has it with really good field position. On the ground, it's Hill. Could be an alley. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Making side adjustments here. They'll run it. It's Hill. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. The give. Touchdown, Bama! And the route is on. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Taylor wants to throw it. Rush is on him. Took a shot as he threw. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today. And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. They